Watching Akshay Bhatia's win at the Arnold Palmer Invitational played at Bay Hill, it's clear to see his win was carried by a premier putting performance. However, some people online mentioned that it looks like his hand at the end of his long putter is touching his chest, which is known as anchoring the putter. You are not allowed to create a fixed pivot point during a stroke, as this is considered cheating and has been banned in golf since 2016. Akshay has recently mentioned that he wishes he putt shirtless because it's fine if the putter is touching your shirt, which is what he claims is happening. While I don't think Akshay is cheating, I wanted to explore the history of anchoring, when it was invented, and how much success it has led to and why it was banned. So for a quick history lesson here, the first semblance of anchoring began in 1924 when Leo Deagle used a putting stance where his elbows were out, he was bent over, and the putter would reach his stomach. I put a picture of it up here and it does look kind of weird. In 1966, Phil Rogers won 2 PGA Tour events with a 39.5-inch putter. The Associated Press described it as Rogers shoving the handle of his putter against the stomach and spreading his hands apart before putting. In 1983, a player by the name of Charlie Owens of the Champions Tour used a 51-inch putter that was anchored to his sternum. He did this to offset his putting yips, and 3 years later he would win twice on the tour. Johnny Miller did in 1987. He didn't anchor to his sternum, but he did press a long putter against his forearm, similar to what you see Bryson DeChambeau doing or Matt Kuchar doing. Rocco Mediate was the first player to win on the PGA Tour with a putter anchored to his sternum at the 1991 Doral Open. 9 years later, Paul Azinger won his first tournament in 6 years using a belly putter. Players like Vijay Singh really took advantage of it. He won 4 times in 2000, and 3 of his 9 wins in 2004 came using a belly putter. Now, an important quote and moment from the USGA Executive Director Mike Davis came in April of 2011 when he appeared on Golf Channel's Morning Drive to talk about a possible ban of the anchored putter. He said, "We don't see this as a big trend. It's not as if all the junior golfers out there are doing this. No one's even won a major using one of these things anchored to themselves, so we don't see this as something that is really detrimental to the game." So that means if someone did win a major using an anchored putter, it would then become a potential problem, and that potential problem would come a few months later in August of 2011. Keegan Bradley was a rookie on the PGA Tour and became the first player to win a major with an anchored putter at the PGA Championship. He overcame a 4-shot deficit with 3 holes to play to beat Jason Duffner in a playoff. This was the start of a massive trend on the PGA Tour. Bill Haas won the FedEx Cup with it, and Webb Simpson became the next major champion to do it at the 2012 US Open. In 2012, Ernie Els and Adam Scott battled at the Open Championship, with Ernie Els using a belly putter and Adam Scott using an anchored putter. Adam Scott would later win the 2013 Masters with his anchored putter. Less than a month later after his win, it was decided that anchoring would be banned when the new rules of golf came out in 2016. Adam Scott would see success after the ban, winning twice in Florida in 2016, but has struggled with putting as a whole since. Him and many other golfers have struggled with putting since the ban, and it's resulted in them finding new ways to use long putters. Mostly involves using a similar method to anchoring, but not letting it reach your chest. Players like Lucas Glover battled putting yips, really bad putting yips, but when he switched to this style in 2023, he won twice and was one of the best players in the world again. The player who's most known for this is Bernhard Langer. Langer has battled putting yips his entire career, ever since he was 18 years old, but he started using an anchored putter back in 1997, a few years after he won the Masters, and he saw multiple victories with it until he got to the Champions Tour in 2007, where he became the greatest player that tour has ever seen. He won 47 times, multiple major championships, and multiple season-long races. Similar to Bhatia, many people have seen problems with the way Langer putts, as it seems like he's practically anchoring the putter. This is the problem many fans have with this style of putting, as it seems the rule isn't completely working as intended. However, none of these players have been outed as cheaters, and the governing bodies have seen no problems with the way that they putt. But it's worth noting Mike Davis's quote, even with a different USGA director currently. If these players started racking up majors and the style became popular, it's likely they'd attempt to ban it in the future. At the end of the day, many players use this style of putting, and it's not like they're the best players in the world. Top players like Scottie Scheffler and Rory McIlroy have seen their putting moves, but were able to figure it out with putter changes that were similar lengths or coaching changes. Tiger Woods has wanted a ban for a while now, saying that the putter should be the shortest club in the bat. It does, however, seem pretty easy for the greatest player of all time to say this, as it gives him a better competitive advantage. And I don't think he's face putting yips, but maybe I'm wrong. I don't think these players are cheating, but it is something worth looking into. Akshay Bhatia could easily soon win a major and send this conversation into a frenzy. Longer's career is winding down, but it is fair to ask if he's still anchoring. But you guys should let me know what you believe. Is this style okay, or do you think the putter should be the shortest club in the pack? If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like, and if you want to see more content like this, make sure to subscribe.